Today, I'm creating multiple different stop motions using 3 different stop motion animating channels, different styles of animating, well, Lego stop motions. So first up, we have Netbricks is a really good stop motion animating channel that I recommend you subscribe to. However, he hasn't uploaded in around 10 months, so I don't really know what's going on there. He's probably working on something big, but I guess that's the stop motion we're making now. If you don't know, FPS is basically how many pictures it is in a second of a stop motion animation, and I animate at 10 frames per second, which isn't that much, but to do this challenge, I need to know the frames per second the other YouTubers animate at, and luckily, we have this.
12 frames per second is what I tend to use for most of my films.
Wow, that was really easy to get. Anyway, moving on. One thing I notice a lot about his stop motions is that he usually has a brick-built background. So, I'm going to do that, but instead of making my own background, I'm just going to take this and just flip it around. It's good enough. Listen to that satisfying Lego sound. Oh, wait, I need to get it exactly on the side. Oh my god. 2015 Lego sound. I can't even connect it to the thing. I just wanted to hear that sound. So for my idea for this stop motion is to have this guy shoot at him with a gun, and he tries to pull a lightsaber out, but I'm going to have it raining, and I did fact check this, so don't get mad at me, Star Wars fans. Lightsaber won't be able to, just evaporate because it'll be raining. And then it's a fight scene. He steals the gun and shoots him, and he's dead. That's pretty much it. Alright, I just finished filming the last scene for the Netbricks stop motion. Look at this. Bro, first of all, this rag was completely dry, and this was completely full. That's quite a lot of water. And that's going to be tough to clean up. Anyway, enjoy the stop motion. I know I didn't get the style of animation exactly on point, but it's as close as I can get it to. I'm not that experienced with stop motion animation. You guys know this. You've seen some of my stop motions. And if you haven't, you should. I'm just saying, they're not the best. They're kind of entertaining. Before we start the next stop motion, I'm going to dry off my set, dry off my minifigures, clean up the mess I made, and we'll get started on the next stop motion tomorrow because Delta hasn't responded to my Instagram message where I asked him what FPS he films at. Woke up to a response on Instagram. He records at 15 FPS, which is a lot more than Netbricks. Kind of expected maybe 10 or 11, kind of like what I do. But that's kind of cool. One thing I want to show you is my camera stand. So this is how my camera stand is normally. So I have it set down. I put my phone up here. So I can make just normal style content, like showing some Lego things off. But if I want to make a stop motion, I just pop off the top. Normally it's a lot smoother than that because I have 2 hands to work with. But this is what it looks like. And then, this wasn't supposed to break off, but it did. So, then I place it down 2 studs in on both sides. And I set my camera in here. And I do that. It's honestly a really good system. If you want a full video on how to actually make something like this, I can show you one. I mean, I'm not going to do it in this video, but I can. Quick intermission. Just dropped. Oh, it's so painful to hear the sounds of all my things. Shit. Need to pick this up. How do I... Okay. Put my camera on top of it. You can just hear the audio. That's all you get, the audio. This is everything that stayed in here. That's good, I guess. Let's close them off. So it's good that some of them stayed, right? I like that. Some of them stayed. I enjoy that. However, my big issue is this. Oh my god. Well, no time like the present. Anyway, now we're doing Delta Brick Films, who is another really good YouTuber. He's very good at stop motion, and like we just learned, he films at 15 frames per second, and honestly, it's pretty reasonable. I've seen some people film at like 80 frames a second. I'm just like, how long does that take you? Because it takes me like 2 hours to create a 20-second stop motion when I do 10 frames a second. But anyway, enough about that. His style of content is pretty just like generic. He does random ideas, which honestly is kind of like similar to me, except I have really bad, like I can't really come up with ideas very good. He, on the other hand, comes up with like amazing ideas. But so we're gonna be making stop motion based on his style of doing it, frames per second, how fast he makes his characters move, like just all the different techniques he uses. And so I'm gonna go watch some of his videos, as if I haven't watched them all already. But I'll go watch some of them, and I'll be back. Alright, I'm back, and I just watched probably 2 or 3 of his most popular stop motions and my favorite stop motion from him, which is the one you're seeing on screen right now. One thing I do notice is that he, most of the time, just has music and not really many sound effects in his. He heavily relies on music for audio, and that arm movement that we just saw, along with pretty much all the movement, does seem kind of slow to me, but I'm not here to critique him. He's a lot better than me, and, like, he's been doing this for a lot longer than me, and, well, like I just said, he's better than me, so I don't really have much to critique about. I feel like I should be the one who's being critiqued, but it's just something I notice. So I guess we're going to do that, and also the backgrounds, even when it's, like, inside of a building, he just relies on changing the color background, which is kind of what I do, except I don't change the color, just keep it black no matter what. With, like, you can see the lines of the paper, because I had to use 2 papers, but I'm not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about him. So, also, one thing I do notice is that a lot of his stop motions are lighthearted and not really, like, intense, like NetBricks' films. Like, if you go back and look at his are, like, fight scenes, blood, gore. His are just like, hey, look, it's this guy who just pursued his dream of going to space and did it. Like, wow. But I guess that's a better thing. I don't know. I'm kind of like, I guess I'm kind of like a mix in between. Like, I make intense scenes sometimes, but not really. They're not that intense. But anyway, time to make a stop motion using everything I've learned from watching his content. You know what? I'm not going to show you my idea for this. You're just going to have to watch it. What? Once again, I know I didn't get it perfectly on point, and towards the end, kind of made it my own stop motion, but I'm tired. I got the main parts down, the slow movement, the 15 frames per second, and the background design, really, except for, again, at the end. Also, I tried, so I'm tired. It's like 7 p.m. I've been doing this for like 3 hours, probably more. So, yeah, on to the next one, I guess. Alright, so the next stop motion YouTuber is me. I'm not going to make one for this video. You're going to have to go back and watch some. Easy views. So I learned a bunch of cool tips for stop motion after watching these guys a lot more than I usually do. But what should you take from this video? What advice should I be giving you? It's that you don't need high frames per second, really amazing techniques, or even to be good at stop motion to just make them entertaining. All that you need is creativity and, well, the stop motion app. That's pretty much it. Like, go back and look at my first ever stop motion. I'm not gonna have a link in the description, but you can go back and find it. Maybe you could find some stop motions you want to watch along the way. Very soon, I'll post both the stop motions I made in this video as their own separate videos in the next couple days because I want views. And also, I want more videos to post, so that's pretty much it. But if you watch all the way to the end of this video, thank you. And during the recording of this video, actually today, we reached 400 subscribers. So I would like to thank everyone who has, will be, and just is subscribed to this YouTube channel. Thank you. I'm now at 412 last I checked. But just thank you. Thank you very much. And goodbye.